Hello people of Robloxia, welcome back to another poorly made video essay about a block game made for kids. Today I'm gonna go back to a video I made a little bit ago called 5 slap battle combos you didn't know you needed. I had a lot of fun making that video and actually started to play slap battles a little more after I made the video because I haven't played slap battles in a while and it was really fun. Plus it also got a lot more views than my recent videos because slap battles has a bigger player base than like cube combination does. But I've been thinking about making a sequel after I posted it, so I might as well do it now. But this whole time I was having trouble coming up with combos, really. So I just want to thank my friend Eldest Jungle for giving me most of the ideas in this video. And without further ado, let's get into 5 more slap battles combos you didn't know you needed. Alright, sorry guys, but one more thing before we get into the combos. I wanted to tell you guys about the 3 main categories I'll be using to rank the combos so that the viewers aren't left in the dark like last time. I rank them based on 3 categories. Effectiveness, which is how do they affect the person you hit with it. Like, do they die, do they get knocked off the map, do they get sent under the map. Reliability, which is how consistent is it, how easy is it to pull off. And overall goofiness, how funny is it. Do you bust out laughing every time it hits? Because if you don't, it's not a good combo, is it? Alright, now we can get into the combos. Alright, we're going to start today's list off with a simple one, just like last time. The first one we have here is Leash plus Obby. Just hearing the 2 gloves, you can already see where I'm going with this, can't you? It doesn't take much thought process to figure out how this will work. And I didn't even test it before throwing it onto the list today. But that doesn't really matter, because it worked anyway. All you really have to do is get the leash to slap somebody. Obby already has a kill breakdown. Drag them onto the kill break. Really easy 2 to 3 step process. Like, in terms of effectiveness, it kills them. Killing somebody is about as good as it gets in slap battles. Reliability, on the other hand, isn't such a close debate. It's in like a private server with 3 people, very easy to hit. You just have to slap them. But this is slap battles. With leash, if you get slapped, you let go of the people. And in a public server with 14 people, minus you and your friend, 12 people that will all be using crazy gloves, you're going to have a hard time getting to the kill break. So reliability isn't that high up there, but goofiness on the other hand, killing them is pretty lame. Basically just one-shot them. They can't even do anything about it, so it's not fun for them. It is pretty funny when you're the one doing it, but you know what's even funnier? If you don't want to kill them right away, have the obby build a little ladders upward, and then jump on the ladders and climb up and have them dangle down from the high place. It's really funny to watch, and they don't die, so it's probably more fun for them too. Now, as you can see, we started off with a much higher standard at number 5 than the last video, but don't worry, I promise it only gets better from here. At number 4, we have a very interesting one that Eldest Jungle came up with that I did not think would work, but it really did. It was really funny to see too. It's Balloony plus Coil. Now these 2 gloves aren't that great on their own. Sure, balloons can be useful for jumping high, and Coil is a decent ranged attack that sends them into the air. But Balloony's balloons don't actually affect the person you hit with them unless they jump. And Coil forces them to jump. You can see where I'm going with this one, right? Coil forces them into the air, which makes them float higher with balloons on them. So they complement each other perfectly. But hitting them into the air isn't really effective. Sure, it's funny, but how does that harm them at all? Let me introduce you to a little thing called the kill barrier. Directly below the spawn, where you pick out the gloves, it's a little barrier there. And if you go too high, if you hit it, you die. And with balloons, if you have 3 balloons on you and you jump, you're hitting it and you're dying. But in this case, if you have 2 balloons on you and then the coil hits you, you're hitting the barrier. But I will give you a major downside to this combo, and it's a little tool that all players have access to, the B key. I said all players, but that's just for PC. I'm a PC player. It's a different button on console and mobile, but you get what I'm saying. You can pop the balloons with one key. One key ruins the whole combo, which is pretty much why it's stuck at number 4, but hey, maybe if the person you're fighting lost their B key, maybe they dropped it somewhere, it'll be a good combo. Number 3 is also seems a pretty basic one at base level, but it has some interesting quirks and it gets a little bit deeper. For number 3, we have Quake plus Potato. Now, the basis of this combo is pretty easy to understand. Potato hits the Quake charges their ability to max, and by the time it's maxed, the Potato will be at low number. Then when it hits, whoever got hit by your AoE will now have the Potato on them, and they're pretty much gonna die. Now, if they're in the center of it, on the other hand, they won't get knocked back. They'll get into the ground, which stuns them, which is arguably better than knocking them back because they can't even move. But when you knock them back, there's still a chance of them dying. It's really a win-win either way. Now, at this point, you probably think, this is nowhere near worthy of being above the other two. This is not that good. It's very simple. This should be number 5. But, little funny gimmick that Eldest Jungle showed me. You can actually kill spectators with this combo. I did not know about this until he showed me it. But it's a really funny thing to do to an unsuspecting spectator. Because when you use Quake and hit a spectator, for some reason it counts as you hitting them. I don't know why. And if you have a potato on you, and you hit them with it, they now have the potato. And since they can't slap anybody at all, because they're pacifists by nature, they're gonna die and they can't do nothing about it. It's really funny just watching them accept their fate because they can't hit you back. Overall effectiveness and reliability are decent. They're not that great. I guess it does sometimes kill them. But the funny gimmick of killing spectators really boosts the goofiness all the way up to the top. That's why it's at number 3. Alright, it's time to get into number 2. This one is going to be fast. This one's like 3 sentences long on my script because it's a really simple one. It's table flip plus really any cold glove. The first idea Jungle gave me was snow and table flip, which is effective. But then I started thinking maybe shard plus table flip would work better because you could do the combo completely from range. But then also ice is way funnier because you get really goofy physics when you're frozen. But all 3 have their benefits, so you can really use any of them. In terms of effectiveness, shard has no risk of all, but you can also miss, so reliability is way better on snow because it's easy to hit and also guaranteed to slow them. But ice is goofier with the collision and physics. It's just really funny in general. So, depending on which one you prefer, just use any of them. They all work. That's why it's at number 2, for the flexibility. Alright. Number 1 is very debatable. Some of you probably won't think this is good enough to be at number 1. You might think the other ones are better. But I really like this one. I came up with it, and it's a personal favorite of mine, so I hope you guys enjoy it. At number 1, we have God's Hand plus Home Run. Whoa, wait. Most of you probably heard God's Hands and clicked off the video. Trust me, I'm not a fan of one-shot gloves either. People that just run into public servers and one-shot everybody are really lame. I don't like them at all. It ruins the fun. But the one-shot isn't the part we're going to be using off of God's Hand here. It's God's Hand incredibly overpowered ability, the Time Stop. Now with the ability to stop time for like 8 seconds and 250 power, God's Hand doesn't need a combo. It could beat everything on this list by itself. It's already one of the best gloves in the game. But the Time Stop is a big help to a less good, more decent glove called Home Run. Now, if you don't know how Home Run works, it's kinda new, but not really. You charge up a baseball bat that gets bigger and bigger and more powerful the longer you charge it up for. Once it's at max charge, you swing it, and it has a fairly good hitbox, and it pretty much one-shots once you hit them with the max charge. It takes about 5 seconds to charge to max, but you can hold it to 8 for 9 seconds before it swings on its own. But you're also very slow while charging it up, so it's very easy to avoid if you're smart about it. But time stop lasts for about 10 to 12 seconds, which is longer than the charge. You can see where I'm going with this. And you can charge the bat during time stop and hit them once it ends. I know this is number 1, so there shouldn't be any drawbacks, because the number 2 seemed way better. But there are some problems. The first one is that 10 to 12 and 8 to 9 don't line up. So you will need to count to about 3 or 4 before you start charging up during the time stop. The second problem is God's Hand's very long cooldown on the time stop. So you're going to have to wait it out and not die. But it's God's Hand. You're way less likely to die with it because you can just kill anybody that comes at you. But, you know, you can still die to a lot of gloves. So you're going to have to be careful when you're the God's Hand. But if you're the home run, you can have a lot of fun while you're waiting for the time stop to come off cooldown. When you get a good time stop and the home run's next to like a group of like 3, 4, maybe 5 people, and then you swing it just right, it is hard. It'll kill most of them. And once you hit it, the effectiveness is a 10 out of 10. Reliability is probably one of the lowest on this list, which is disappointing. But goofiness is pretty high as well. I do enjoy hitting. It's very funny to watch. Alright guys, that's about it for this video, but don't go yet. There's a few announcements about the future of my channel before I end this one. Now, I want you to know that I'm gonna post pretty regularly. In between this video and the last one, it's probably about the average span between my videos from here till maybe like a few years from now. We'll see where I'll be at. Also, if this video does fairly decent, maybe say 10 to somewhere between 10 and 30 views, you know, if it does alright. I know it's not really that good, but it's good for me, okay? I will make a third part to this series that has a little twist on it, okay? I can reveal the twist, but that's it. And another thing is, if my channel ever gets to 100 subscribers, which it may not, I'll never know. Well, I will at some point, but, you know, I will make a long, maybe 30 to 40 minute video about how much I hate tanker fans. I know I've literally never talked about tanker fans on this channel before, but that's because I had no need to, since I haven't ever made a Bed Wars video. Not yet anyway. I have a lot of hours in Roblox Bed Wars, and I do enjoy playing it with my friends, but yeah, there's nothing really to make a video on it about. I'm not a big fan of tanker fans. You probably didn't know that if you just watched my channel, but if you look at my Roblox account and look at my description, it you can definitely see where I'm going with this video. No hate towards Tanker. Tanker is a great content creator, and he's way better at making YouTube and way better at playing Roblox than I probably ever will be. And thanks again to Jungle for the ideas in this video, and if you guys like this video or any of my other ones, subscribe if you want to see the Tanker fan video, and see you guys next time. Bye.
911, what's your emergency?
I think I ate someone. I'm on a spiritual fitness retreat at the big closing feast, and our instructor, Tony, said that this meal was going to be like a climax of his service to our body. So we're all eating like old honesty, and then I realized like, there's no. And then I thought, my God, looks a lot like a hand.
Could have been something else.
No. Because the hand was attached to an arm, and the arm had a tattoo, and the tattoo said Tony died. And it said Tony died, that's it.
Oh, okay. Where are you?
I think I like that.
Please just tell me where you are.
It's falling off the bone.
Okay, just take a breath.
Ooh, there we're bringing out the service.
Ma'am, don't.
I have to. I'm sorry, it's so good.
Ma'am, do not.
I'm going in.
Ma'am?
It's Tony! Did they eat someone?
Life gives you lemons. Don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemon back. Get mad. I don't want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life through the day and thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.